Now, the third game in this video is a classic, but I'm not going to let that skew my rankings. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Digital Gaming Hub, where every Thursday we go through and rank the SNES games on the Nintendo Switch Online. In this video, I will be ranking 3 more classic SNES games, and you can find me playing these games on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Digital Gaming Hub. The first game in today's video is Kart Racer, and I'm going to be honest. On my first playthrough of Kart Racer, I was going to say that this is probably the worst game that I've reviewed so far on the SNES, and that it was almost unplayable. But then I went back to play it again to get some more footage for this review, and I kind of changed my mind, slightly. I still don't think I could recommend this game outright, but if someone is looking to play a free racing game on the SNES, this is not the worst one. And speaking of Mario Kart, the controls for this game feel a bit better. You actually feel like you're able to control the car for the most part. Some turns are difficult, and the game will glitch if you get too close to the edge of the track, which brings me to the visuals. The graphics aren't great, but they at least try to spice up the levels with the occasional flying dolphin jumping over the racetrack. The different cars are each unique, and instead of just driving a car, this game makes you feel like your character is the car because of the little eyes they have on. I like that each car has some easy to read attributes, like strong and fast, for example. And there was one car that had the attributes of both weak and slow, but had the fastest max speed. So if I go back and play this game, I'll be trying that one out for sure. In my rankings, I'm going to place Kart Racer in C, because I would play it over Mario Kart, but could not recommend this one over many other SNES games on the Switch. Now, the next game on this list is a wild one. Wild Guns looks and feels like a game you would try out in an arcade. It's a Western-themed shooting game that has up to 2 players. I only played this one on my own, but I could definitely see this one getting really fun in co-op. The controls do take some time to adjust to because the D-pad moves the aim cursor, so to move the character, you have to move the D-pad to the end of the screen that you want to move towards. I'm not sure if there's a better way of doing this, and if you guys figure it out, please let me know. I actually jumped back into this one as well after my first time playing it, and I think the key to overcoming the controls is to utilize the jump to avoid getting hit by bullets. I was able to get to the boss of the first level by jumping a lot. This is one that I would recommend checking out, especially if you have a friend to play some co-op with. There is a newer version called Wild Guns Reloaded that looks pretty great, but it is $10 on the eShop, so maybe play this free one first on the SNES, and then if you like it, you can buy the new and improved version. Now, in terms of ranking Wild Guns, we're going to have Wild Guns be our first game in the B tier. I would recommend this one because there's not too many obvious options like it, especially not for free, and we might have to move it down when it's all said and done, but for now, it'll stay in this spot. Now, the third game in this video is a classic, but I'm not going to let that skew my rankings. Star Fox is a tough one to review. It's not bad, but it's also not amazing, unless you're looking at it through nostalgic lenses. I think Star Fox was an ambitious game that really pushed forward the technology on Nintendo, but it also shows that it was pushing forward the technology on Nintendo. So we'll start out with the good, and then I'll talk about the things that I didn't really like. Now, in terms of audio, the music and sound effects are pretty sweet. They do a good job of making the gameplay feel epic and make it almost feel like a movie. And in terms of graphics, I actually do like the boxy 3D style. It makes me think of how people in the past thought the future would look like. And I do definitely think that Star Fox is a unique enough game that I would play it if I was looking for something like this, especially for free. What I didn't like, however, was parts of the gameplay. The aiming just kind of felt off. I felt as though I didn't have full control over where I was shooting, and I think sometimes I shot my own teammates because of it. This made the gameplay feel a bit random and like I was almost mashing buttons to try and get through the levels. Now, when it comes to ranking Star Fox, I could be wrong here, but I'm going to put Star Fox in the C tier. That's right next to Pop and Twinbee, because I think it's fun to play, but only to a certain extent. Alright, so that was 3 more SNES games. Now that I'm done with my opinion, I want to hear from you. Have you played any of these SNES games? Did my rankings make you want to play any of them? Am I completely wrong on my Star Fox ranking? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe because that always helps a bunch. And while you're at it, if you want access to behind the scenes footage or a sneak peek at one of my future videos, go follow me on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Digital Gaming Hub. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you here next time to rank 3 more SNES games.